My name is Mike Chishonga from Ahang SA. I'm the national chairperson of Ahang.
Now, your impressions so far, you heard the briefing from the IEC, you have party agents on the ground. Overall impressions?
The overall impression is good. It's only 2 incidents which we were informed. One in Tsakani and the other one in Philippi in the Western Cape. So far, those are the 2 incidences which make us not happy, but they are being taken care of.
Now, you do hope, of course, that you're going to ensure that you get a lot of numbers for Ahang SA?
Of course. I'm a believer and also a hoper. I think we are going to do well.
The famous kiss between your leader and that of the DA, it has dented your image, hasn't it?
I'm not sure about the denting of the image, but I think that has been put aside because it was just like a marriage which didn't work. So that's it. I don't think there was much dent in it because we're moving forward.
A lot of people called it stillborn, didn't they? Thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you so much for talking to us. Let's see who else we can talk to. There's a lot of political party representatives here. Let's see. PAC is here. Mike Mwendane,
yes.
Of the PAC General Secretary, right?
No,
Deputy, of course. How can we get that wrong? Because you're right up there, aren't you?
Also premier candidate.
Premier candidate. Well, I haven't seen you in many debates where premier candidates have been debating. However, how do you think the PAC is doing so far?
The PAC is doing very, very well on the ground, definitely. We have had new ground that we broke into in the Eastern Cape and in Gauteng, in Northern Province, literally everywhere. We have broken new ground to a great extent or a lesser extent, but we have. But we fear that something is going to happen on that board there. It has been happening every year, where the board just collapses for no reason at all. And
because the PAC is getting large numbers?
No, that is the rigging activity of the ruling party, which funds a cooperation with the IEC. So they rig. During that time, that the computer has collapsed, then the numbers change.
We absolutely hope those kind of incidents won't happen as you believe they will. However, Mike,
I know they will happen.
Mike, tell us quickly.
They depend on it.
You've actually lost a lot of support because of the fights that led you to the courts of law. Surely that has made you lose some ground?
That would make a point in other instances. However, which organization in this country has not had any fights, major fight, more than the PAC? Actually, some other organizations have been killing one another inside the organization, and the PAC has not lost one life. Now, if we want to use the conflicts that exist in the PAC, we must equally use the conflicts that exist in all organizations. Only the EFF is still immune, but it's still coming, the honeymoon.
You're going to get more than 1%?
Well, it does not depend on that. It depends on whether these people are going to crash the system or not. But we are going to get many percentages.
Mike doesn't want to commit himself, because I will indeed come back to you if you commit yourself to some percentage of sorts. Thank you very much for being a good sport and talking to us. The professor from NFP is here, right? Of course, you've been waiting for us to chat with you because we kept bypassing us. You, rather. Your impression so far?
Well, so far, I would say we are very much upbeat, and except a few glitches that we've heard about, especially in places like Pietermaritzburg. We're told that our comrades were going to the voting station, but they were returned to their places because it was said they were not registered in that particular voting station. The same thing applied again at Ngutu, we're told. And we're told again that in Soweto there was a scuttle of some sort. Our members were barred from entering a voting station, but it was solved later on. would therefore appeal to the IEC to ensure that they educate presiding officers so that we don't have such issues, such demeanors.
But largely you're happy?
No, we're happy. We've done well as a party. We did our campaign and we pulled all the stops. We crisscrossed the country. But then we focus on service delivery. You know, we believe that South Africans out there need the NFP, and we're going to cover a very important niche. When the results are announced, we know that would come out overwhelmingly as a party.
Prof, it's the first time that the NFP is going national in terms of, you know, spreading their wings, because you've always been in KZN.
No, it's not the first time that we are there in Northwest during the local government elections. We're only 3 months old as a party. We contested and we fielded councillors all over the country, 227 councillors. In Northwest, we even went to the extent of winning a ward. And then in Mpumalanga province, we've got councillors. In Gauteng, we've got councillors. Now we've got to escalate and take it to another level, take it to another pedestal. As a party, we are heavily entrenched on the ground, and we believe therefore going to do well. People need the NFP. We're focused on service delivery. In Zululand district, for instance, we've delivered water services and electricity and all, and people therefore need the NFP. We believe that as a party we're going to do well. Come the announcement of the results, people are going to see the NFP.
I have to pull the mic away from Professor because he doesn't want to finish, and IFP might deal with you in KZN, wouldn't I? Thank you very much for being a good sport. Ubuntu. Who are we talking to from Ubuntu? Mike, right? A lot of people, South Africans, don't know this party. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, it really represents the name, doesn't it? We don't have to explain to anybody in South Africa what the word Ubuntu means. That's why we chose it. And we are all about Ubuntu, bringing Ubuntu back into not only our communities, but into the whole country.
So what are your hopes, really? To be in parliament or to be in local government?
No, we are contesting nationally, not in the provinces. So our hopes are to get 1 seat, and if things go our way, hopefully more than one. And start pressing some of the issues that we've raised in these elections.
Ubuntu wants to start small. 1 seat in parliament. Thank you very much for joining us and talking to us. Let's take it back to the studio for now.
Well, thank you very much, Elisa. As you can see, she's having a very good time on the floor as the parties continue to move into the Results Operations Center. The Rock, it's called by Blaine Herman. But let's go to Gunther Deutsch, who is in